Linking accounts to customers. So in this video, I'm going to take you through how we can assign certain accounts to certain customers. This would be for customers maybe that you deal with on a regular basis, for example, vendors or suppliers, or people who want to do trading with you. So what we do is create a specific account, and then we link it to that customer profile. This can be done in several different currencies, and so I'm going to take you through how to do that in this video. So first of all, we need to create the account we want to link the customer to. So going to your subledger module, so clicking on the subledger icon, and then going up into your toolbar, you want to click on New, because we're creating a new account. So the account name, we can actually call it the customer's name. So I'm going to use Tony Blair for this example. And so we're just going to call it Tony Blair, and then we can click hit tab down. We need to click on a main account. We need to choose a main account. So we have here created our customer deposits. So let's select that and click on Pick. Now down here on the left side, you want to make sure that you check off the inventory box and also the pending account box. This is because you're setting up this account for trading, and you want to make sure that you keep track of it like it was inventory. Then you can also select the prevent walking customer to use this account, because that would be something you wouldn't want. You just want to link it to this one customer. And then down into this field right here, link this account to customer, we can now put in the customer we want to link it to. So I'm just going to type in Tony, or you could type in Blair. I'm going to hit tab, and it's going to search and find a match. So I only got one Tony, so we know it's this one. We can double click or select and then pick customer, and you see that we've actually now linked it to Tony Blair. So what I want to do is now save, so we just click on save in the bottom right corner, and you'll see that we have now created a customer deposits, and it's called Tony Blair. So let's say that Tony actually wants to do some trading with several different currencies. So what we need to do is actually create more accounts specific to those currencies, because this one is going to be in your home currency, which is US dollars. So what we can do is duplicate this up on our toolbar. So first of all, we need to select the account that we want to duplicate, so I'm just going to click on it to highlight it, and then we go up to the duplicate button on your toolbar. Now before you click on it, you want to hold down the shift button on your keypad and then click on duplicate. You'll get a confirmation warning that comes up. Are you sure you wish to replicate this account in all currencies? So you click on yes. So what happens is when you hit the shift button on your keypad, it creates duplicate in all currencies that we currently have in our currency module. If you were to just click on Tony Blair and hit duplicate, it would just duplicate that one account, so you'd get two of the US dollar ones. So let's go up onto our toolbar and just hit on all. And you'll see, if I just scroll down, that underneath customer deposits, we have now duplicated the account we created, and it is in every single currency that we actually offer at our branch. So you probably don't want every single currency, because Tony probably isn't going to deal with them all. So what we can do is delete the ones we're not going to use. So we can simply just select the ones we want to delete. So I'm just going to hold down the command button, and I can just select ones that we're not really going to use too much of, and just leave a couple of the ones that we know that we're going to deal in. So now I've selected the ones I want to delete, and I can go up to the menu bar, the toolbar, and click on delete. It's just confirmation that we want to delete those, and so I say yes, delete. So if I click on all one more time on the toolbar, you'll see that we now just have the currencies that we want to have for Tony Blair in order to do these trades, in order to link these accounts to these customers. So what does that look like under the customer profile? Let's go into the customer module by clicking on the customer icon. And we're going to select our Tony Blair. So from this list, here he is right here. We can just double click, and we can open up his profile. Once we're in his profile, you'll notice the tabs along the middle here. We want to go to the one that's accounts. And so you can see underneath the accounts tab, we've got all of the accounts that we just linked to Tony, so we can see that in his profile. So what I want to do now is take you through actually doing a transfer or trading for Tony in some of these currencies. So we need to do that in our invoice module. So going to your invoice icon, we can just click on it, and going up to our toolbar, we need to click on new, because we're creating a new transaction. And then in our customer, we just want to type in Tony. We can hit tab, and it will find our Tony. and then you can just double click on that, or you can select it and then pick customer. And then because we're not receiving any cash or selling anything right now, what we're doing is an actual transfer between accounts. So you need to go directly to the transfer button on the right here and just clicking right here. It says customer ID is not self because we typically do the transfers within our own company, so we can just ignore and continue for this time. And then we need to do the amount that we want to transfer. So let's say that he has 50,000 US dollars. So we're going to transfer from account, so we need to click into the open field underneath that, transfer from account, and then select the field that we want to take it from. So we want it from Tony's account that we've linked to him for US dollars, so we can just select that right here. And then we need to deposit it into an account, so the destination. So clicking on the empty field, we can put that into one of our banks, so we can put it into our US dollar bank. So let's select our Royal Bank RBC. So you'll see that we have a credit of 50,000 in Tony Blair's US dollar account, and now we have the balance after added to our Royal Bank RBC US dollar account. We can put some notes in here if we need to. We can just put something like deposit, and then we can click on save. Let's say now that we want to do something in a different currency, we can now just hit transfer again, so the transfer button on the right. Ignore and continue, and now we can put in a different amount in a different currency. And let's say he wants 5,000 Canadian dollars, so let's click on tab and change that to Canadian, and then we can pick an account, so it will automatically bring up the Canadian accounts we have, so we can select the one that we created for Tony Blair, so Tony Blair CAD, and then we need to deposit it into an account, so we can now put it into our bank account that's for Canadian dollars, so we've got that right here. And again, we can just put a quick remark that it's a deposit, and then we can click on save. So now we've got those line items right here. We've got the 50,000 US and the 5,000 Canadian. So now we just want to go down to the bottom right corner and click on save. And then I'm just going to close this. I mean, we can obviously print that if we need to. I just want to take you back into our customer profile, and I just want to select on Tony Blair again one more time and open up the profile for you. Going to the Accounts tab, you'll now see that underneath those accounts we actually have some transfers. So we have the Canadian 5,000 and the US 50,000 that we just did. So that's just a quick look into what that looks like underneath their profile, underneath their customer account. So what I want to do now is actually do a trade. So let's say Tony came in and he wants to do a trade with us. So we need to create a new invoice. So let's go up into the toolbar, click on new, and again we need to type in Tony because that's who our customer is. Select Tony from the list, and so this time we are actually doing a transaction. So let's say that Tony wants to buy some GBP from us. So let's paid, and then put in, let's say, 2,000 GBP. So we can click on the quick link button on the side here, and then we can just click on add row. And so now we've got 2,000 GBP paid out. We need to receive that in from somewhere. So we're going to click on received, and then instead of cash we go to the drop down and we click on account. And then you'll see from the next drop down, pick an account. It actually brings up the accounts that are linked to Tony. So we can select the GBP account that we have for Tony. Now to calculate how much that payoff is, we just need to click on the payoff button now underneath. And you'll see that that is 2,166 and 66 pence. So obviously we don't have the coins and everything like that, so we might want to round up or round down that. So I'm going to turn that into 21.50 and then click on tab. We can now click on add row and click on save. And now you'll see that is due $25.01, so we can pay that off by clicking on add row. And you'll see that that has now balanced out this invoice. So we've got the 2,000 GBP coming from the Tony Blair GBP account, and then we paid off the difference. So click on save, and then close this. And then one more time I want to take you into the customer account, and I want to show you Tony's profile. So we can double click to open up his profile, go across the tabs all the way to Accounts tab, And you'll see now that the transaction that we've just done is now showing up under the GPP account that we created for him. So we've got that right here, as well as the other transfers that we did at the beginning of the video.